Hey, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekah, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. I'm going to title this one, False Prophets. Because you got a lot of false prophets nowadays, man. And the real men of the Lord, alright, they're going to be speaking against that. The real men of the Lord is going to be speaking against that, which the Most High, ultimately the Most High made you a false prophet so he can destroy you, man. And that's why it's very, very, very keen that you're preaching the right doctrine, man. You're preaching this word in sincerity and truth. Alright? Because the scriptures say what? You're going to have some that preach the word in strife and envy. Then you're going to have some that preach the word in sincerity and truth. Okay? So this is Numbers chapter 23 and verse I'm gonna start at 11, because this guy Balak was enticing Balaam to put a curse on Israel. All right, so this is Numbers 23 and 11. And Balak said unto Balaam, "What hast thou done unto me? I took thee to curse mine enemies, and behold, thou hast blessed them altogether." And he answered and said, "Must I not take heed to speak that which Yahweh had put in my mouth?" Okay? And that's what a real man of the Lord would do. He only going to speak the words that the Most High put in his mouth. Because that's what's going to stand. That's what's going to have the power. Like, for example, prophecy. You know a real man of the Lord by what? Prophecy. Alright? Because that's what? That's power. Alright? The things that he's speaking is actually happening. Whereas you have a fake man of the Lord is speaking things out of his own heart, which has nothing to do with the scriptures. And that's unprofitable, and that's not power. That's not the words of the Heavenly Father. So this is Numbers 23 and verse 12. And he answered and said, "Must I not take heed to speak that which Yahweh had put in my mouth?" And Balak said unto him, "Come, I pray thee, with me unto another place, from whence thou mayest see them. Thou shalt see but the utmost part of them, and shalt not see them all, and curse me them from thence." And he brought him into the field of Zophim to the top of Pisgah, and built 7 altars, and offered a bullock and a ram on every altar. And he said unto Balak, "Stand here by the burnt offering, while I meet the Lord yonder." And the Lord met Balaam, and put a word in his mouth, and said, "Go again unto Balak, and say thus." And when he came to him, behold, he stood by his burnt offering, and the princes of Moab with him. And Balak said unto him, "What hath the Lord spoken?" And he took up his parable, and said, "Rise up, Balak, and hear. Hearken unto me, thou son of Zippor. God is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. Hath he said, and shall he not do it? Or hath he spoken, and shall he not make it good? Behold, I have received commandment to bless, and he hath blessed, and I cannot reverse it." Alright, because what the Heavenly Father says and does, no one can reverse it. Because it's the Most High. The Most High is the author. What I'm saying? This is his movie. From the beginning. Alright? Like the Most High in Genesis, he wrote, how this world would be set up. And it's not set up that way. Alright? How you have the heavens. Alright? And then you have the firmaments that separates the heavens from the heavens. Alright? Or space. Alright? From the earth. And the firmament is what? The ozone layer. How you have the lesser light, which is the sun. Alright? And the lesser light is the moon. And the brighter night light is the sun, which will represent the day. That's how we can differ the day from the night. Alright? And you have the moon. Alright? Which the moon is tells us the signs and the seasons what we're in, man. That's how we know we're in the last days, because what? You see nothing but eclipses and blood moons, man. Okay? So the Most High is not a man that he should lie. Alright, so if he says the mark of a beast is a chip in the scriptures, we know that if any man, like Apostle Paul said, if any man is speaking against that, let him be accursed. You know? This is a good example of that. You should only, alright, like the scripture said, this is the whole duty of man, fear the Most High and keep his commandments. Alright, so this is 1 Kings chapter 13. I'm going to start at verse 8. And the man of God said unto the king, if thou wilt give me half thine house, I will not go in with thee, neither will I eat bread nor drink water in this place. For so is it charged me by the word of the Yahweh, saying, eat no bread nor drink water, nor turn again by the same way that thou camest. So he went another way, and returned not by the way that he came to Bethel. Alright, because this man was only, he was prophesied to speak against, I believe, who was it, Jeroboam? To speak against Jeroboam and his wickedness, alright, against his people. Alright, because the Bible is only written for a particular group of people, you so-called black Hispanics and native Indians, alright, who are the true Israelites of the scriptures. But it says, and their father said, Slakia, verse 11. Now there came an old prophet in Bethel, and his sons came and told him all the works that the man of God had done that day in Bethel, the words which he had spoken unto the king. Them they told also to their father. And their father said unto them, what way went he? For his sons had seen what way the man of God went, which came from Judah. And for sake of time, I'm gonna just skip to verse 16. And he said, I may not return with thee, because that man that I just read about, that man of Bethel, he tried to get he tried to get the man of the Lord who rebuked Jeroboam to come back with him and eat. Alright, so this is verse 16. He said, I may not return with thee, nor go in with thee, neither will I eat bread nor drink water with thee in this place. For it was said to me by the way of Yahweh, by the word of Yahweh, thou shalt eat no bread nor drink water there, nor turn again to go by the way that thou camest. He said unto him, I am a prophet also as thou art, and an angel spake unto me by the word of Yahweh, saying, bring him back with thee into thine house, that he may eat bread and drink water. But he lied unto him. So he went back with him, and did eat bread in his house, and drank water. And it came to pass, as they sat at the table, that the word of Yahweh came unto the prophet that brought him back. And he cried unto the man of God that came from Judah, saying, thus saith Yahweh, for as much as thou hast disobeyed the mouth of Yahweh, and hast not kept the commandment which Yahweh thy power commanded thee, but camest back and hast eaten bread and drunk water in the place of the which Yahweh did say to thee, eat no bread and drink no water, thy carcass shall not come unto the sepulchre of thy fathers. So here it is. You had that the Most High put a lying spirit on this guy, saying that he was a prophet, saying that he was a prophet. Alright? So back then, you have, okay, I'm a prophet, this guy's a man of the Lord, he should be able to be trusted. Alright? But the Most High put that lying spirit on him. Alright? Just to see what his mans would do, basically. Alright? And instead of trusting in the word that the Heavenly Father gave him of not going back and eating in this place, alright, just going along his way, alright, he chose not to, man. He chose not to take heed to the word of the Heavenly Father for somebody else, man. Alright? So this says, Verse 24, he was gone, a lion met him by the way and slew him. So it's deadly serious not following, if you do not follow the word of the Heavenly Father, man. Alright, this is let's see. 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 13. It says, but evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. And this is the time we in, man. Hey, so it's appointed unto us to what? Be spiritual. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of. And we are assured, all right, what the chariots are. All right, we are assured of the breakdowns that the apostles has given us through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, knowing of whom thou hast learned them. Okay? And that from a child that has known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith which is in Yahweh Shai. Okay? So, hey, we are assured of these things, man. We are assured, all right, of you know what I'm saying, what we are taught. Why? Because, you know, we see, like I said, as far as prophecies, all right, you study, like the scriptures also say, basically you got to study for yourself to show yourself approved. All right? So what? So that you can be assured and, you know what I'm saying, being a faithful mouthpiece to the Heavenly Father. You know? Because that's what the elect is going to do, man. The elect, what? Like when Ezra seen that vision, what? The angel said, what? These are they that stood so stiffly for the name. All right? What's the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai can be found in the word. All right? And what's the word represents? Yahweh Shai, man. Which Yahweh Shai represents Yahweh. So you see how that works? You know? But real quick, I'm going to get one last precept before I end it out. This is Ezekiel chapter 14 and verse 9. And if the prophet be deceived when he has spoken a thing, I, Yahweh, have deceived that prophet, and I will stretch out my hand upon him and will destroy him from the midst of my people Israel. And they... Oh, okay, that was it. Oh, okay. Nah, that's actually a good one. And they shall bear the punishment of their iniquities. The punishment of the prophet shall be even as the punishment of him that seeketh unto him. Alright? Because we know what to do, man. So it's important unto us to follow the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Alright? And remain circumspect, man. Keep praying, keep fasting. Alright? And study up, man. Alright? So, hey, with that, Lord willing, you Akim was edified. Shalom to the elect.